Hey everyone, Crossover here with a special treat. Um, as you all know, I play Final Fantasy. I even play actually the Final Fantasy trading card games, and right now I'm going to unbox the special. This has just got released recently. It's the Final Fantasy gift set. It's got a special promo Tifa and all that, and I'm also going to unbox one of the pre-release kits because there won't be any event for a little while, unfortunately. So let's see what we get. Okay, do I have something I can use? Yes, I do. But I want to be careful because I'm keeping this tin. Let's see. Wow, they really wrapped this thing in there. Okay, easy does it. There we go. There we go. Just leave it right there for now. Okay, so here we get our special, a couple of different promo cards. And then we get a bunch, we also get a bunch of different packs from a few different sets. We've got packs from Opus 10. It looks like, yeah, only one pack from Opus 10. We get some from, this is the first Opus. Some from the second, and some from the third. But we also get a couple of, let's just open this here. I hate these things sometimes. Okay, be careful with it. There we go. There we go. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, so we, as you can see, we have the special Tifa promo. It's the picture from the movie. We also get an Istola for you, those of you that know what Final Fantasy 14 is, the online game. We also get, I actually don't know much about this guy. I've never actually seen him in the game. It looks like he's from set 4. He's from 14 as well. Oh, there we go. However the heck you pronounce his name. So those are the 3 promos you get. Let's open up some of the packs. We'll start with, we'll go from Opus 1 down. So we get, looks like a Shiva, Olivia, perfect for a night deck. Fairy, not that great. Summoner, they're kind of useless in the game. I'm just going to see if we can adjust the focus a little there. There we go. Get Squire, Monk, oh, Red 13. Okay. Alright. And our foil for the pack, because every pack will contain at least 1 foil. And the foil could be anything from common to legendary. We got a Cecil, which is a, okay, he's just the rare one. Summons or abilities of your opponent, must choose Cecil if possible. That's an alright card. Squall. Got a bunch of him actually. We got Fira and our, oh, so we get a heroic, which is Lulu. This one it's actually can do a lot of tricky stuff with if you got backups that are only when they come into the field kind of thing. They could just break some of the old backups to place out new ones. and she can deal 10,000 with her special. Now, next pack. Still Opus 1. We're going to actually just do this for a second. There we go. There. Now you can keep looking at that. So now we have our next pack, which got Sid Highwind for Black Mage, Summoner, Geomancer, 2 different Geomancers. Okay. Moogle. It's alright. EX first. Allows you to draw 2 cards and discard 1. Depends on how you want to do it. If you got too many dark or light cards, handy to get rid of some of the darks because you can't discard them from your hand to use abilities. Here we go. I like running this thing. Archer. Pay 2 wind and tap him. Put him to the break zone. You could choose one of your opponent's backups of 3 or less and break it, which is really handy. We have an Orin. The backups you control cannot be broken by your opponent's summons or abilities. That's decent. He's got 9,000 power. It's a fire card. Not bad. It's a rare. We got Onion Knight. He's the Sage Onion Knight. There's a few different kinds of Onion Knights. Barrett. This one is the rare. Hammer Blow. I've got a few of these. Choose one for deal at 4,000 damage. Barrett gains 4,000 power until the end of turn. We got a different Onion Knight. This one's the Ninja Onion Knight. When he enters the field, choose one backup you control, activate it. Not that great. He's got decent power. He's a 4 cost. Well, not bad. Then we have the Cecil. When you receive damage, choose one for your opponent controls. You may deal at 5,000. Not that great. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we've got one more Opus 1 to unveil. So we've got a Golem. This one is good for when you're trying to defend something, because it gives, if you're attacking and you use it, no harm, it gives you 2,000. But if you're blocking and you use this, it gives them 4,000 instead. A Chemist. Yeah, it's alright, and to back up, you can have many of them out, but other than that, it's not that great. Put one back up into the break zone. He gains 3,000. That's not really that great. Okay, this one, if you got a lot of 2s in your deck, this one could be handy for like surprising. If you got something that you need from the break zone, it allows you to play it onto the field. This one, when it comes in, is it when it comes in? Yeah. When he comes in, he makes your opponent discard a card from their hand. A Dragoon. There are a lot of Dragoons out now. I do plan on building a Dragoon deck at some point, but I don't have certain cards I need, unfortunately. We got Dark Knight. When Dark Knight enters the field, it's put from the field into the break zone. He deals me 1 point. Ooh. I mean, he's a 3 cost for 8,000, but that's horrible. Ooh, nice. These are really nice for Earth decks because all your Earth forwards gain 1,000 power. What's handy is that it is the foil of the set, so I'm definitely going to use that. Summons or abilities of your opponents must choose. Okay, so he's just a backup blocker kind of thing. Terra. When Terra enters the field, choose up to 2 doll forwards your opponent controls, deal them 4,000 damage. You can pay an ice, choose 1 doll forward. Sorry. deal it 1,000 damage, and it's special. Terra gains if Terra deals damage to a forward, double the damage until the end of the turn. Huh. Not that great. Parts. Yeah, he's pretty unique in that fact when he's out, he has all jobs. I don't know why they put all the jobs. They should just put Bart has all jobs. So it's like he can go into Sky Pirate, he can go into a Night deck. There's a few others. Dragoon would even work. You know, we got, ooh, nice. We got the legendary Titus. As you all know already, Final Fantasy X is my favorite. And this thing can be a very big powerhouse combined with certain cards. For each forward you control, he gains 1,000 power. Now this Blitz Ace is what's handy. Until end of turn, Titus gains Brave, and he can attack as many times as the point of damage I have. Which, if your opponent isn't careful and I use this special, I could just one-shot him in a turn. So that's a nice find, is that legendary Titus. Heroics and stuff, I don't care too much because I got a lot of them. But now we're moving on to our Opus 2 packs. Squall in front here. Let's see what we get. We got a Carbuncle, canceling canceling a summon, so it's handy. Rudy, choose one active forward, opponent controls until end of turn hit. It loses 1,000 power for every Moogle you control. This is something else I want to try building, is straight Moogle deck. So we'll have to look into that. We got Black Mage, comes in the field, one of four loses 4,000 power. Okay. And choose we got a no-no. Choose as many forwards as job Moogles you control, activate them. So that could be handy, having a bunch of just Moogle backups, just tap this or pay the 2 wind, and there you go, you got 5 active backups again. Warrior, not that great. You need the 1,000 power when I pay a fire to end turn. We've got Summoner. Choose one or cast one summon of 2 or less from your hand without paying the cost. Even now it says that, but that doesn't mean that it has to be a water. I can like choose a 2-cost fire card, even though it's like the only fire summons I have, or the only fire cards I have in the deck, and I can just cast them. Could be handy. We've got. Here's something else that I was going to work with. Any cards that cost 2 or less, put in the damage zone due to him, cannot use its EX burst. So that could be handy, actually. Oh, nice. Pull the foil Sid. Now, this thing is very handy for lightning decks. When he enters the field, choose one active forward your opponent controls. You can play a lightning forward of cost 3 or less, and then deal that forward 6,000. And it's a foil, so that's a really nice find. It's a heroic, so that's good. That says, I'm not a big fan of the 13 series. I just didn't like it too much. When he attacks, choose one forward. You deal 1,000 power for each point of damage you have received. That's decent. Mind you, the max you could do with that is 6,000, so. We got Rydia. When she enters the field, choose a Earth summon from your break zone and add to your hand. Decent ZX burst. Not bad. Choose one forward your opponent controls. It loses 1,000 power for each doll character your opponent controls until end of turn. And then you get to draw a card. So that's. Since it's every character, not just forwards, that can be handy actually. Do some real trickery there. Griffia, she reduces the cost of all the standard units to play by 1. All forward standard units. Which I do have a standard deck built, but it's going to be modified soon because I just recently got some new cards that are perfect for it. So we'll look forward to that. So another set 2. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I think I just got text. Who's texting me? Nope, no one. Okay. Something for one of my games on there. Okay, we've got Ranger. Put him to the break and choose one backup, cost 1, break it. Kind of horrible, actually. Monks. Now here's another deck I want to build, is Monks. Which means we got regular monks, we got job monks, which is, the job monks are usually Yang, Ursula, Matt, there's a couple others I can't remember. We've got Time Mage, choose a forward, it loses haste and first strike. Okay. Zell, he's pretty handy. When he attacks, choose one forward of cost 3 or less, your opponent controls, it cannot block this turn. Or draw 1 card for each job Moogle you control, then place as many cards as you've drawn from your hand to your hand to the bottom of the deck in any order. Okay, that's it. Alright. Here's a nice another mannequin. When he's 2 cost, if you control 4 more forwards, he gains 3,000. So, not bad. We got, wow, a lot of job Moogles this time around. Choose 1 blocking forward for each job Moogle you control. It gains 1,000 power until end of turn. That's handy. Ooh, we've got a another foil heroic. Not bad, actually. When he enters the field, draw 2 cards and then discard 1 from your hand. So that's pretty nice. We got Edge, Ninjas. That's another thing I was going to build, actually. This one, I don't think it's not one that I'm going to run in an ninja deck, but yeah. Here we go. Another 10. So if you control, he gains 2,000 power if I control Logos and LeBlanc. Choose 1 forward. So we got Argus. So choose 1 forward. If costs 3 or less, your opponent controls, break it. We've got Shulk. She is enters the field. When Shulk enters the field, you may play a forward of any element except ice of cost 2 or less from your hand onto the field. If you do so, your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. So it's something that's meant for a multicolored deck, which we might be seeing a lot more of now with the release of some cards. Our last pack of Opus 2, that's what we get. We've got Fleeting Flash, Mannequin, got Haste. If you control another Mannequin, she gains 2,000 power, so an AK with Haste, not bad. Rosso, it helps mitigate some of the damage that you get. Not that great. It is 1 cost, so that's decent. Another Black Mage. Backgammon. It's a Headhunter. I tried building this deck. It does not work too well, the Headhunters. Another Moogle. Oh, it's another no-no. Summoner. Put Summoner to the break zone. If a forward you receive damage this turn. Increased by 1,000. Okay. This one cannot be blocked by a forward of cost 5 or more. And he cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons or abilities, so that's handy. Ooh, a foil Redis. He may be only a common, but he's a Sky Pirate, and I do have the Sky Pirate deck built. And since it's a foil one, I'm going to add that to that deck. Palm. These things are not that great, but there is 1 Palm that's very handy. Unfortunately, I don't have. So we got another Sky Pirate. I've already got plenty of Fran. Kane, another Dragoon. This one is, if you control a card, Rosa. He's not really meant for. Actually, never mind. The job Dragoons and card named Dragoon gain 2,000 power. That's not bad. And Edda. Okay. Now for our next set, which is Opus 3. Oh, let's show. There we go. It's got Sephiroth on the front here. Let's see what we get in here. Oh, shoot. Don't do that. Drop them. Okay, so we got regular knight. She gains 1,000 power for each backup you control, so that she'll be an AK with cost 2. That's not bad. Semblance of a gunslinger? Oh, okay. It looks like the other one. Like this one, when he deals damage to your opponent, choose one dot forward and deal 5,000. Not bad for 4K Tau. Choose one forward if possible. It must block this turn. It's not bad actually. You can do some tricky things with that. Gains her special is she gains 1,000 power brave, and until end of the turn you can only use the ability once per turn. Oh, you can only use it during your turn. Okay. Black Chocobo. This is the one it parties with something, it cannot be blocked, which is handy. Dancer, deal 1,000 power to all forwards. He cannot be partied, and he must stack each turn. Mystic Knight. When he's put from the field into the break zone, choose one forward your opponent controls, deal it 4,000. So, it's alright blocker. Oh, we've got a cloud in here. This is only a common cloud, so it's not that big of a deal. But Junior Soldier, there are some things for it. King. It's class 0 cadet's card. Needs to be type 0. Another ninja. I go and Delita. Nice. This thing has been a pain for me and so many times, and I finally get one. When he's chosen by a body of a character your opponent controls, break that character. When he is chosen by a summon by your opponent, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So that's a must. That's a nice find. So now we still got a couple more of Opus 3s. We're just going to skim through them now because a lot of these are just like commons. Freya's handy for Dragoons, like Waltz and nuts. Here's one of the Ursulas. Got a few of her. Another cloud. We got an ace. This is a starter deck ace. You can get starter deck cards in here, and when you do, they're always foil. Shiva, handy card. That's a nice card you can do some trickery with. Machina. That's a nice one. Okay. Okay, we've got Semblance, Black Chocobo again. That's nice. Cannoneer. And not that great of a foil this time. Just a blue mage. Choose one forward of class 5 or higher. Return to the owner's hand. That's a lot of 5 or higher. When you do that, it's not that great of a trade-off actually. 7. Steiner. Cool. Not that great that time. Okay, now we open our Opus 10. Come on. There we we go. So we've got Noctis. This one is when you put him into the break zone, choose one forward, freeze it. If you got 5 damage, put him into the break zone, choose up to 3 forwards, freeze them, draw 1 card. That's handy. Geomancer, Onion Knight. I want to try building this and a strict Onion Knight deck, but here's the thing. This is what's known as the number 3 Onion Knight. If you control 4 or more backups of different elements, he gains 6,000 power. So it's just like there's a few different versions of him. There's one in, I think, Fire, Earth. I think there's one in Water. I can't remember, but yeah. So we got this thing's handy. Choose one Moogle on the field, can produce, or when he's on the field, he can produce fire CP, which is handy for multicolor decks, especially like say that Onion Knight. Sky Pirate. I don't use water Sky Pirates too much, just because it's better on wind. We've got search for one monster out of your hand. Not bad. Oh, nice! I got a full art. Black Mage full art. Put Black Mage into the break zone. Choose one ice summon in your break zone, add it to your hand. That's a nice find. I'm going to just set that aside right now before he gets damaged. Here's a nice fire card. Build it on straight on fire, no other things. When he deals damage to your opponent, draw 1 card. But here's the thing, you could discard 1 fire card, he gains 2,000 power until end of turn. So it's just like, he's a big powerhouse, which I'm glad I pulled another one. This thing is a pain to deal with. He cannot become dull by your opponent's summons abilities, cannot be returned to its owner's hand by your opponent's summons or abilities, and cannot be put into the break zone from your opponent's summons or abilities. So yeah, he's just he may be a 6 cost, but there's a card, I don't think I have it, but, or in this pack anyways, that reduces it to a 3 cost, so that's very nice. Line's very nice. And then we have a Kite. This is a good fire or Sky Pirate. When you play Vaughn, if he's in the break zone, you can pay 2 wind and play him to the field. Then you could just put him into the break zone to give a Sky Pirate 3,000 power. So it's a very nice card. Well, that's all for the tin itself. I got so lucky with some of these cards. So now we're going to open. I'm gonna scooch over here. Get rid of all these. Now we have the pre-release kit for Opus 11. Now, I don't know too much about this. There we go. Don't want to damage this box because it's a nice box. There we go. So we get, first things first, fortunately the rules for a pre-release thing, we're not going to be doing that at all. We have our promo card, which is Cindy. She's from 15, Final Fantasy 15. Don't know much about her actually. I don't use 15 too often. So when Cindy enters the field, you may search for up to 2 category 15 forwards and add them to your hand. That's actually really nice. You could tap her down and choose 1 category forward. It gains Brave until end of turn. It's not bad. Pay an Earth and put her into the break zone until end of turn. Choose all the category 50 forwards gain 3,000 power. So that's actually really nice. I'm going to just place that over there. Now, we get some special things. One is we get these really cool sleeves. I'm guessing because of the release of Final Fantasy VII coming out next month. Hopefully I can go buy it without this problem going on. So those are nice sleeves. I'm not going to open them just because I want to get some over sleeves. There's sleeves. Do I have one lying around? No, I don't. Or yes, I do. for sleeves like this, because these sleeves can be very expensive, I do have these. They're simple clear sleeves that go over these just to keep them protected. So I'm going to place that there. And I already know what deck's going in there. I do have a Final Fantasy 7 deck being built. So let's grab the rest of these packs. And hopefully we pull something good out of them. Close that. So let's see what we got. Okay. Got. He is when it's field, choose when your opponent deal 2,000 power for each ninja you control. That's handy. He gains brave until in turn with a fire. It's not that great for ninja, but when he enters the field, if you played with 2 or more different elements, draw 1 card. Okay. Another one of these. When in the field, choose up to the same number of characters you control as the job ninjas you control. Activate them. That's handy. And if your opponent's got a bunch of 5 or more forwards, just use this special and you can't be blocked by them. Nagetsu, another ninja. Enter the field, choose up to the same number of characters opponent controls as the number of ninjas you control. Dull them. That's really nice, actually. You could screw over someone pretty good with that. The field, search for 1 category FFL and add it to your hand. Okay. Here we go. When he enters the field, choose 1 character your opponent controls. Dull it. When you put from the field break zone, choose 1 character your opponent controls. Dull it and freeze it. That's not bad, actually. The Death Lord? Oh. When he enters the field, search for 1 dark character and add it to your hand. Okay. Hooded Man. There's not many jobs that are actually just question marks in this game. When he enters he cannot be. If you control Hooded Man or a card named Kane that's already, you cannot control both of them. So this is actually Kane, but you can't have him and Kane out. When he enters the field, choose 1 category 4 forward other than Hooded Man. In your break zone, add it to your hand. At the end of the turn, activate all the category 4 forwards you control. Oh, forwards you control. That's handy. Oh, is that a permanent thing? Yes, it is. So at the end of each turn. That's really nice. Mira. It's a critical canonical character. Chose put from the field into the break zone. Choose 1 FF critical canonical character of the same card type and add it to your hand. This effect will trigger only once per turn. Okay. Rydia. I am going to try building a summoner deck next, actually, too. I'm a deck builder, so I build multiple decks. Choose 1 forward, deal it 5,000 power. If you receive 5 points. If your opponent has received 5 points down, do it 8,000. Okay. And Rosso. Enter the field. If you control a card named Cecil, draw a card. Discard card, draw 1 card. You can only use this ability during your turn and only once per turn. That could actually be very nice. You're looking for a specific card. Special, choose any number of characters you control, return them to their owner's hand. You can only use this ability once per turn. Not too great of things in that one, but we still have quite a few packs actually. Let's try and speed this up a little. Okay, so we got the Red Mage. Like that artwork. Muzz. So yeah, so because I'm running out of time here, I'm spending a little too long, I'm just going to go through them. leave them on screen. If you want to read them, you can pause. But I'm not really going to stop unless it's the legendaries or heroics. Or unless it's something I want to see myself, to be honest with you. Then it's a common foil. What do we got here? Man in Black. It's another question mark guy. Okay. I think he's supposed to be Cecil. No, Golbez. Cholinka. Reno. Okay. Nothing too fancy, but we still got a couple more packs to go. Ooh, another Chocobo for my Chocobo deck. What's this Chocobo do, actually? When he's put from the field into the break zone, you may search for one drop Chocobo and add it to your hand. Okay, that's handy, actually. Tiamat. Rare Shiva. Choose one dot forward, deal at 6,000 power. If your opponent has received 5 points of damage, deal 9,000. Heroic. When enters the field, choose one forward of cost 2 or less. Your opponent controls, you gain control of it. That's handy. Okay. So far, nothing that stands out too much. Now, let's see what else. I still got a few more packs here. Another red mage. White mage. Thief. Ooh, cool, another one of those. We got a Rude. Okay. Another heroic. Choose one monster you control. Select one counter placed on it. Place an additional counter on that same type at the selected counter onto that monster. That's something new. There's counters now with certain monsters like this. I believe with that too, actually. Wow, that's actually. Would you look at that? We got the backup for it. We got monster, 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 all needing counters on them. Huh. Was that planned or was that just completely random? Yep, looks like we got 5 more packs to go. So let's see what else we get. Another monk. Ooh, foil heroic. Until end of turn, it's a no cost ability. 7 gains 2,000 power, first strike, and brave. Oh, but he deals you 1 point of damage. Okay. If you have 5, when Simon attacks, choose one forward your opponent controls, deal damage equal to his power. So it's a trade-off. Could be very handy, actually. Marsh. Nice, a Famfrit. Draw 1 card. If your opponent has received 5 points of damage, draw 2 cards. Now that one I can understand if your opponent was at 5 damage, draw an additional card. But not like some of these other ones. Okay. It's a common at 7 cost. Oh, so he can essentially be a 1 cost. 9k. It's a nice later game. When he enters the field, choose one for your opponent controls. Deal 1,000 damage for each point of damage you have received. That's actually a nice card. Here we go, another ninja that I need. We got a rare. What the heck game is that for? FFRK. I don't recognize that one. I'm going to have to look that up later now. Not that great. Another Hooded Man. Okay. Still got a few packs. Maybe we'll get something good. Nothing really standing out. Zidane, haste. When Zidane deals damage to your opponent, choose one forward, deal at 8. Okay, that's not bad actually. Yeah, nothing too much yet. 2 more packs to go. I want at least one legendary to pop up here. Okay, nothing big yet. There we go, we got 1 legendary. So let's see, when he enters the field, choose up to 2 forwards your opponent controls, deal each of them equal to its power minus 2,000. At the end of your opponent's turn, dull and freeze all the active backups your opponent controls. Ow! That hurts, actually. I like that card. Another Ifrit. Good. That just freezes your opponent's... Wow, that actually just screws around. It's hardcore with a lot of people. Cool, another one. Nice. I got a foil starter cloud, which I'm going to add straight to the deck. I'm going to place you over here. And we've got this one. It's a warrior light card thing. When a light or dark character either player controls is put from the field to the break zone, choose one character other than light and dark in your break zone and add it to your hand. So it's a handy card. Oh, nothing eye-popping. At least I got a foil, a legendary, but I also got a starter cloud, which is, I count those as pretty high on, just because the fact that you can only get foils of them in the packs. So not bad. Could have been better, but hey, I got 1 legendary out of there. You know, 1 legendary that I'm going to add to it, make an ice deck with. So, well, that's all of this. That's the packs. I really love the sleeves. And this is the deck that's going in with it, 'cause this thing could do some really tricky stuff. So, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.